Have you ever wondered why some people can convince anyone of anything while others fail even when they have all the facts? A lot of people think persuasion is some kind of innate magical gift reserved only for charismatic leaders or pushy salespeople. But persuasion isn't magic, it's a method. And after a great many years of studying this topic, I've carefully identified 7 lessons that will help make you dangerously persuasive. Lesson number 1: stop being a typical extrovert. There's a persistent myth that to be persuasive, you have to be the life of the party, talking loudly, smiling constantly, and never shutting up. We picture that used car salesman who just overwhelms you with words. But science says the opposite. A study from the Wharton School of Business revealed some surprising results. Strong extroverts, very outgoing people, often turn out to be poor negotiators. They push too hard and listen too little. Strong introverts aren't always successful either, since they can close themselves off too much. So who comes out on top? Ambiverts. Ambiverts are people who fall in the middle of the spectrum. They know when to speak confidently and when to stay quiet and really listen. They're ambidextrous in communication. They know how to push and when to pull back. The good news is, most of us are actually ambiverts. Power isn't about how loud your voice is, but about knowing how to read the moment. Lesson number 2: always explain why. In 1977, Harvard conducted a classic experiment. A research assistant tried to cut in line at the copy machine using 3 different phrases. "Excuse me, I have 5 pages. Can I go ahead?" The second phrase, "Can I go ahead because I'm in a big hurry?" The third phrase, "Can I go ahead because I need to make some copies?" And here are the results. And here are the results. Only 60% of people agree to the first phrase. 94% of people agreed to the second phrase, and 93% agreed to the third phrase. Notice that the third reason is completely meaningless. Everyone in that line was waiting to make copies. But our brains are programmed to react to the word because. As soon as we hear a reason, even if it doesn't make much sense, our resistance drops. Tip: when you're asking for something, pitching an idea, or leading a team, don't just say what needs to be done. Show why it matters. A reason gives people meaning and motivation. Lesson number 3: use social proof. When we don't know what to do, we look around. What are others doing? Psychologists call this social proof.
My name is John Walker, and I'm giving away $100,000 on my Telegram channel, where every third participant can win $3,000. I'll also tell you about the trading strategy that changed my life and helped me earn over $30,000 a month. I left all the links in the comments below this video. Click here right now.
A hotel in Arizona wanted guests to reuse their towels more often, all for the sake of the environment. They tested different signs. Sign number 1: help save the planet. This worked for 30% of people. A sign that specifically stated 75% of guests at our hotel reused their towels successfully increased that number to 44%. However, the sign that said 75% of guests who stayed in this very room reused their towels actually ended up working the best of all. Without even realizing it, we copy the behavior of people who are like us in similar situations. How can you apply this? Rather than simply telling people what they should do, demonstrate to them that others just like them are already out there doing it. Lesson number 4: should you choose to lead with the good news or the bad news? A lot of us use the sandwich method: praise, criticism, praise. But research shows that this is a mistake. At the University of California, they found that most people prefer to give the good news first. It just feels much nicer that way. But 4 out of 5 people want to hear the bad news first. The right formula for persuasion: first, start with the honest bad news or criticism. Second, move on to the good news. Third, finish with a specific action plan. For example, your report was weak this time. The good news is that you usually do a brilliant job, and I know how we can fix this by tomorrow. Lesson number 5: make your ideas rhyme. It might sound strange, but rhyming phrases seem the most truthful to us. Psychologists call this the rhyme is reason effect. Our brains find it easier to process rhymed information, and what's easy to process seems more credible. In one experiment, people were given proverbs. Some of them rhymed and others didn't. The meaning was the same, but people consistently rated the rhyming versions as more accurate and truthful. An important tip: if you're creating a slogan, a project name, or a key point for a presentation, try adding a rhyme. It's your secret ally. No pain, no gain is a classic example. Everyone knows it and everyone believes in it. Lesson number 6: use strategic questions. Most people try to persuade with arguments, but if the facts are on your side, questions work better than statements. Why? Because when someone answers a question, they come up with their own reasons for agreeing with you. Ronald Reagan used this brilliantly in 1980. Instead of saying, "Your life has gotten worse under the current president," he asked, "Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?" People started looking for evidence in their own minds and came to the conclusion he wanted. The same method is used in psychology. Instead of scolding someone for being lazy, ask, on a scale from 1 to 10, how ready are you to start working out? If the answer is 2, ask, why not 1? And the person will start listing reasons themselves for why they should actually start. Lesson number 7: make the action easy. Remove barriers. We often think that persuasion is about changing a person's mind, but sometimes it's easier to change their situation. Here's an example with organ donation. In countries where you had to check a box to become a donor, only about 15% agreed. In countries where you were a donor by default and had to uncheck the box to opt out, participation rates were over 90%. People didn't become kinder, more conscientious. The path to action just became easier. If you want someone to do something, don't just pressure them. Give a specific time, place, link, or ready-made formula. Make it so that saying yes is easier than saying no. In conclusion, what does it mean to be persuasive? So, what does it really mean to be persuasive? Persuasion isn't about having power over people, it's a strength that lets you act together with others. Persuasion is a skill that helps others see, feel, and act a little differently. Quick tips. Tip number 1: talk less, listen more. Tip number 2: use the word because. Tip number 3: show what others are doing. Tip number 4: start with the truth, end with hope. Tip number 5: rhyme important thoughts. Tip number 6: ask questions instead of making statements. And tip number 7: make the first steps toward action as simple as possible. Use this knowledge wisely. Now you'll definitely be persuasive.